You know, they had the towels under his head, and he was bleeding from his mouth.
To Petersburg now, where a man in the hospital tonight fighting to survive after being shot and then crashing his car. This was the scene on West With near Dunlop Street around 12:30 this afternoon.
And miraculously, witnesses were able to pull the victim from his car before it went up in flames. New at 11, John Hood was on that scene all afternoon speaking with some of the neighbors who stepped in to help pull that man to safety.
He was like, I need help, come help me, get your husband. I was like, what's going on? So I looked over to my left and I saw the car had ran into the tree.
Renee Bynum was just one of several neighbors living on West With Street who jumped into action Monday afternoon, trying to save the life of a young man suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck.
You know, they had the towels under his head, and he was bleeding from his mouth.
Bynum says her neighbor was the one who pulled the man out of his car ahead of it catching fire and applied pressure to his neck before first responders arrived.
I just really stood there and prayed for him, you know, until, you know, the paramedics and stuff come, because he is somebody's child, and I have kids, you know, his age, and I would want to know that somebody, you know, is there.
Police are still investigating what led up to the shooting and crash, but Bynum says she could hear it coming down her street.
It was a couple, like, bam, 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 bam.
One of those bullets carelessly shot out, ended up on the second floor of Bynum's home.
Right there where the cord is. So, you know, it hit the bottom of our bedroom, came through the wall, and we have a sleigh wooden bed. So it bedded itself into the, you know, the leg.
Petersburg police say the driver was taken to a nearby hospital and is in critical condition. The neighbor who made sure the man wasn't alone at his time of need is now praying he just makes it back to his family.
Want him to know that, you know, he wasn't alone. And, you know, I prayed, and I'm believing God that, you know, he's going to bring him through.
On your side, John Hood, NBC 12 News.